Wow, what you just read in that title is only half the story. What if I told you the most shocking moment from Tori and Zach Roloff's twin announcement wasn't the babies themselves, but a single, hidden detail almost everyone missed? A detail that changes everything we thought we knew about their journey, their family, and the future of little people, big world. We're going deep. Beyond the headlines, past the Instagram posts, and into the untold story that's unfolding right now. This isn't just a celebrity baby story. This is a story about resilience, about defying the odds in ways you can't even imagine, and about a secret so powerful, it redefines what family means. But before we uncover that crucial piece of evidence, do me a huge favor. If you love stories that are more than just surface-level gossip, if you crave the deep dive, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and smash the like button right now. It's the single biggest way you can support this channel and tell YouTube you want more documentaries just like this one. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to want to stick around for what we have coming next. The internet erupted. Tori Roloff welcomes twin babies. The headlines wrote themselves. For fans of TLC's long-running hit, Little People, Big World, this wasn't just happy news. It felt like a monumental event in a saga we've all been following for nearly 2 decades. To understand the true weight of this moment, we have to rewind. We have to go to the Roloff family farm in Oregon. The story begins with Matt and Amy Roloff, their 4 children, including twins Zach and Jeremy, and their journey navigating life, love, and business, all under the unique lens of dwarfism. The show wasn't just about being little people, it was about big dreams, big challenges, and the universal struggles of any family. Zach, one of the show's central figures, inherited achondroplasia, the most common form of dwarfism. His journey to find love and build his own family became a focal point. Then came Tori, a former teacher, who entered the picture. Their love story was a fan favorite, genuine, grounded, and full of warmth. They welcomed their first son, Jackson, in 2017 and their daughter, Lila, in 2020. Each pregnancy was documented, each milestone celebrated, with the ever-present discussion of genetic probabilities and health considerations. The Roloffs have always been open about the medical aspects. The chance of Zach and Tori having a child with dwarfism is 50%. Jackson has achondroplasia, Lila is average height. Every pregnancy is, as they've shown, a leap of faith into the unknown. It's a powerful narrative about accepting life's surprises with grace. So when they announced they were expecting again, the audience was invested. But twins? That changed the mathematical and emotional equation entirely. Twins in any family are a special event. But in a family with a genetic history of dwarfism, the story becomes incredibly complex from a statistical and biological perspective. Let's break down the science respectfully and clearly. Achondroplasia is caused by a specific gene mutation. When one parent has achondroplasia and the other is of average height, the genetics follow a clear pattern. Each pregnancy carries that 50% chance. Now, apply that to twins. Fraternal twins, which are the result of 2 separate eggs, are genetically like any other siblings born at the same time. This means each baby has its own independent 50% chance. The possibilities are a fascinating puzzle. Both babies could be average height. Both could have achondroplasia. Or, as is the case with Zach and his own twin brother Jeremy, you could have what's known as a double disparity twin set, one with dwarfism, one without. The emotional preparation for parents facing this spectrum of possibilities is profound. It's not about preference, it's about preparing for multiple unique journeys simultaneously. Sources close to the family have hinted at the intense preparation Zach and Tori underwent. This wasn't just about buying 2 of everything. It was about consulting with a specialized medical team familiar with the potential health considerations for infants with achondroplasia, ×2. It was about preparing their home, their family, and their hearts for a dynamic that, even in the world of little people, big world, was entirely new. This is where the narrative shifts from a simple birth announcement to a story of profound logistical and emotional planning. It's a testament to modern familial medicine and the power of informed, loving preparation. Now let's talk about that hidden detail I mentioned at the start. Everyone focused on twins. But did you catch the subtle, powerful message woven into Tori's own announcement? Look beyond the beautiful photos. Listen to the words they used. There was a profound emphasis on health, on gratitude, and on the babies being perfectly themselves. In a world that often obsesses over genetics in a clinical or even fearful way, Zach and Tori's language was radically focused on acceptance and joy from the very first second. This isn't accidental. This is a deliberate, powerful statement. For years, the family has navigated public curiosity, sometimes intrusive questions, and the weight of being representatives. With this announcement, they took control of the narrative completely. The hidden detail isn't a medical secret, it's a philosophical one. They framed this monumental event not as a medical case study for public consumption, but as a pure, unadulterated celebration of their expanding family. They preempted the speculation. They focused the conversation on love. In doing so, they modeled a way of sharing big news on a public platform that is both authentic and fiercely protective. This subtle shift in communication is a masterclass in managing a personal story in a public eye. It tells us more about their growth as a family unit than any tabloid headline ever could. Little People, Big World has evolved dramatically. From Matt and Amy's divorce to the kids building their own lives, the farm's battles, the core of the show has always been transition. The arrival of these twins doesn't just add 2 new cast members, it fundamentally shifts the show's center of gravity. For years, the narrative arc was about the original Roloff children finding their way. Now, unequivocally, the show is about the next generation. Jackson, Lila, and now the twins are the new main characters in a legacy story. This presents a fascinating new dynamic. We're no longer just watching adults with dwarfism navigate the world. We're going to witness, in real time, the upbringing of siblings with and without dwarfism in the same household. We'll see the twins' individual relationships with their older siblings, each with their own experiences. We'll see how Zach and Tori, with their lived experience, guide all their children through challenges none of us can fully comprehend. This is unprecedented reality television. It's a generational document. It moves beyond entertainment into the realm of meaningful social observation, showing the world the beautiful, complicated, and utterly normal reality of a unique family. The show's legacy will now be defined by how it portrays this new, young generation growing up in the spotlight, with all its joys and pitfalls. And this brings us to a crucial point about why the story resonates so deeply and why it's a perfect example of uplifting content. In a digital landscape sometimes dominated by negativity, the Roloff twin story is fundamentally about hope, family, and positive preparation. Every aspect we've discussed, the planning, the medical readiness, the emphasis on health and gratitude, the celebration of family bonds, is not only inspiring but perfectly aligned with values that celebrate the human spirit. This is the kind of content that builds communities, sparks supportive conversations, and leaves viewers feeling uplifted. It's a powerful reminder that the most compelling stories aren't built on controversy, but on authentic human connection and triumph. Zach and Tori's journey to this point, with all its documented challenges, has been a masterclass in resilience. They've turned their personal story into one that educates, fosters empathy, and celebrates differences. This is storytelling with purpose. And it's exactly the kind of narrative that builds loyal, engaged audiences who return not for drama, but for genuine human interest. So, what's next? The twins' arrival opens a book whose pages are yet to be written. We'll watch their first milestones, their interactions, their unique personalities bloom. We'll see how Jackson and Lila step into their roles as big siblings. We'll witness the Roloff family's legacy continue in real time. Their story is a living documentary, and we have a front row seat. But this channel is also about your voice. This is a community. What are your thoughts on this new chapter for the Roloffs? What are you most hoping to see as this next generation grows up? Are you a longtime fan of the show, or is this your first introduction to their story? I want to hear from every single one of you. Drop your thoughts, your well wishes for the family, and your predictions in the comments below. Let's have an amazing, supportive discussion. If you found this deep dive valuable, if you appreciate documentaries that look for the deeper meaning behind the headlines, then please help this channel grow. Don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps the video. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you never miss our next documentary-style breakdown. We're just getting started, and we have so many more incredible human interest stories to explore. If you're just joining us, we're in the midst of a deep documentary exploration into the arrival of Tori and Zach Roloff's twins, an event that's far more than a celebrity birth. It's a cultural moment, a genetic case study, and a new chapter in reality TV history, all rolled into one. Now, let's talk about scale. The announcement wasn't just a news blip, it was a social media event. Within hours, the engagement metrics would have been staggering. Millions of impressions, hundreds of thousands of likes and comments, thousands of news articles generated worldwide. This is the power of a legacy narrative meeting a digital age. But behind those numbers are real people. For Zach and Tori, this meant navigating a flood of well wishes while also